In today's video, we're going to be looking at water droplet particles and the importance of wearing a mask. Kenan, why are you still in Chicago?
Because there's still a virus running around. I know the vaccine's almost here, but we're not all safe yet.
Fair enough, fair enough. I guess you're off the hook this time, but you came up with this fantastic idea. I'm hype about it because I get to squirt Nate and Callie with these awesome spray bottles, which is super great. And this is gonna be fantastic. This is a great demonstration about how water particles are held back with our mask. Here's the basic idea. Masks hold your own water droplets back. We want to explore this idea of how masks stop contaminated water particles from entering the airspace and limiting the spread of germs to others. I am hyped about this. So what can you tell us about this?
So I love this demonstration also. I wish that I could hang out with people like you do at the TKOR studio so I could do this more often. But essentially, a mask works by blocking your respiratory particles. So it blocks large water particles that come out of your mouth from getting out and spreading to others. So this could be whether you have a virus and you know about it, or if you have a virus and you're asymptomatic, you don't know about it. Either way, the mask is gonna block it from spreading. So in today's demonstration, what you'll do is you'll take a squirt bottle, which represents the breath that comes out of your mouth, and you're going to run around and see how a mask blocks that versus not having it.
So something Kenan and I talked about is it's really difficult for us to see the water particles coming out of our mouth, which is why we wanted to use the squirt guns to demonstrate this experiment. But what we can do is we can use a mirror to show the condensation that's coming out of our mouth as we talk. So Kenan and I are gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna hold this up to my mouth, and then you're gonna be able to see the warm air coming out of my mouth and on this, and you're gonna see how far those condensation droplets and water droplets spread. All right, Kenan. Ready?
All right, let's see what you got.
So I heard you had a really, really awesome Thanksgiving.
I mean, it was not the traditional Thanksgiving, but I did get to make dumplings with my roommate, so it was kind of a new tradition and I loved it. Yeah.
That's so cool.
They were really
That's so
delicious.
fun, honestly. They sound delicious.
I mean, they were. It was his mom's recipe. He's Korean, so his mom sent him her special Korean dumpling recipe, and it was the first time that either of us had ever made them. What did you do for Thanksgiving?
Whoa, you never made them either? My family actually came to Utah, which I was super thankful about. And we went hiking, and we all stayed in a tiny house. And it was just great to see my family because I haven't seen them in a while since I have moved to Utah.
That is awesome. It's always nice to be able to see everybody, and it sounds like everybody was fine. Nobody got sick. Nobody was sick.
No one was sick because we all wore masks the whole time.
Perfect. I love to hear it. I'm so glad that you were able to see your family for the holidays.
Look, there's condensation just left over from me talking. It is gone now, but even just holding this like this, you can see it coming out of my nose. If I keep talking like this, you can see it falling off or falling out of my mouth onto the plate. So there's water droplets. Otherwise, there wouldn't be condensation if there weren't water droplets.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this is it's a super easy experiment or demonstration that you can do at home. You don't even have to talk. Just go in front of a mirror and just breathe. Just stand in front of a mirror or even a glass window, and you'll start to see it fogs up. And the reason that it's fogging is because there's water droplets in your mouth that are all condensing on that mirror.
I'm gonna do the same process with a mask on this time. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good idea?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
We'll have a different conversation this time, but I think you'll be able to see very quickly that with the mask on and the nose properly pinched and cracked, that we're not gonna see. I'm gonna clean my makeup off of here. So while I'm talking to Kenan, you can't see the droplets. Hey, Kenan.
I've never actually done this experiment with a mask on. In theory, it should still work. Although I will say, this is a little trickier though, because if it's not completely pinched off, that air can still escape from the loose areas. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I wore sunglasses this summer and they would fog up because the air would just escape upwards.
I mean, I can feel the heat escaping from up here, but going straight out of my mouth, I don't think there's anything.
That's perfect. That's what the mask is all about. It's all about reducing. Nobody ever said that masks were perfect. If that was true, then we could all just wear a mask and go about our normal business. But masks are just one step of many to reduce the risk of transmission.
There's way less when I hold the mirror here. None are coming out and streaking across that I can see. but when I pull the mask away from it being close to my face, once I pull the mirror away, sorry, there's just a little bit, but nothing of like massive condensation like we saw last time.
For sure. Easy peasy. 2 easy fun experiments you can do at home to see the difference of how masks work to block droplets from escaping your mouth. And also to show that droplets do escape your mouth.
They do. It is very true. Okay, so walk me through what we're doing here. I've never done this before, but I'm excited about it.
So in part, masks can protect particles from getting into you, but what they're really key for is stopping particles from getting out of you. So how we're going to demonstrate this today is by using tonic water that's laced with highlighter fluid, which will allow it to glow underneath the UV light. And we'll go around and have a little squirt fight. Well, I don't get to play in the fun because I'm here in Chicago.
Wah, wah.
But Grace and Nate and Callie will go around and see how squirt bottles that are covered by a mask versus squirt bottles that are uncovered work to protect each other from getting sprayed.
This sounds like a blast for me. I am super hyped about this. So what do I need to do to make this tonic water and highlighter thing happen? Because tonic water, it does by itself have this nice, beautiful glow to it.
It does. It's in a large quantity though, so I don't know. You can maybe sprinkle some on a shirt and see if that's going to do the trick for you to be able to see it. But I think that if you cut open the highlighter and let some of that highlighter fluid into there as well, it's gonna enhance the fluorescence of that.
Well, and I definitely want to enhance the fluorescence and change the colors a little bit because we're going to be using the 2 different squirt bottles. So we want to test out the different colors because one of the colors is going to be a mask and the other is not going to be a mask. Okay, so I got a new mask and in the same amount of time I found a Nate.
Hello.
So we have a Nate, we have a mask, and we have squirt guns. So we're gonna put the mask on which one, the orange or the yellow?
We're gonna put the mask on the yellow and the non-mask goes to the orange.
Gotcha.
What? You didn't say we're starting. It doesn't matter, mine's garbage. Oh, it tastes terrible too. What is this?
Get him, spread all the germs.
Mine's just spewing. Mine is just spewing.
Your
germs.
spray's non-stop?
I made enough pressure.
What? Oh, is it carbonated? It's tonic water, which is why it tastes terrible.
All right, Kenan, that was amazing.
That looked like you had too much fun spreading those germs.
That might be from my own, honestly.
That is
just
from your own.
spraying down onto me. But all of this and this is not. How much does a spray of this show up on you if I had actually hit? Quite a bit.
That's a lot.
That's the only spray that's landed on her. The rest is just like,
Now
no.
stand that close and put the mask back on it. Nothing. It's all dripping on his hand. I felt nothing.
All right, Grace, so what do you think then? Would you rather someone who's around you that's sick have a mask or not have a mask?
Absolutely have a mask on. Even as close as Nate was standing and he sprayed this one side of me and then he had a mask on, there was nothing on this side of me. That's a pretty killer statement if you ask me, that masks do their part by holding back your water droplets.
There you go. If you ever needed evidence, there you are. Mask work.
This made it so we could see the water droplets. So think about what you're releasing from your mouth that we can't see, but because we had these awesome black lights in this glowing tonic water, we were able to see these water particles actually in the air and flowing through the air as they come out of the squirt bottle. So next time, just keep in mind that your water droplets, even though you can't see them, they're still there. Guys, if there's anything you want to see us do with highlighter fluid and tonic water, with mask, or any kind of mask video, we would be very, very happy to explore all of them with Kenan. It'd be fantastic.
Guys, craving more King of Random? Click right there to see our last video. We'll see you in the next one.